Welcome to another episode of Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is IK Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. Today, my guest is adult entertainer August Alexander. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm here in New York. I'm loving the city.
Yeah.
Taking it all in.
First time in New York?
It's my first time.
Okay.
Popping my New York cherry.
Yeah?
I grew up in Baltimore, so it's weird that I've never been here. But
Well, you had Baltimore as your city.
that's also true.
Yeah.
I was very sheltered growing up. It's like, don't leave the house. So,
Really?
yeah, I was
Okay.
very, like, a lot of the traveling that I've been doing and, like, that I do is, like, a new thing for me. Just, like, I grew up very sheltered, very... my parents were super religious. Like, I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter books. Like, that kind of religion.
Really?
That
Okay.
kind of, that
Damn,
kind
you
of,
just dove right into it. Okay.
like, that kind of, like, religion.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of stuff I didn't get to do.
Oh, God. So let's talk... Before we go there, let's talk about August Alexander. Let's talk about how you got to August Alexander.
Okay. My real name is Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very nerdy, just very regular. And I knew from watching MTV, we love Viacom, that I wanted some sort of notoriety or some sort of just attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I would make jokes in school when they would ask me, like, what do you want to be when you grew up? And I was like, I just want to be in the real world. And, like, I just would make jokes like that. But, like, I never knew that it would evolve here.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been very sexual. Promiscuous, sure. Like, I've always been very, I guess, free sexually. There's some sexual abuse in my past. And I feel like once I, like, dealt with that trauma,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I begin to, like, weaponize sex a little bit and, like, take the power back. Like, for me, this is just, like, controlling my narrative.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people as human beings are always going to be objectified, looked at, sexualized. It's human nature. You know what I mean? Like, people say, like, well, what did you like about me? It's like, obviously your looks. Like, it's like, you work back from there.
Yeah.
This is just me, taking, that out of it. I'm going to be objectified anyway. I'm going to be someone's BBC fetish anyway. So I might as well, like, monopolize on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've done. And I enjoy it. I love my work. I started off at Starbucks a year and a half ago when I got started. And I got to a part of my, career where it was either, keep doing part-time and, like, dabbling or, like, go balls to the wall. And, like, the reaction has been insane. Like, I never would have thought, like, I would be in a position to just be like, I want to do sex work or I want to do porn. Like, sex work is real work. Like, I was able to quit a corporate job and fully sustain myself and do things like visit cities and it's like meet new people. And I love it. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wish I would have got started sooner.
So there's so much to break down here. I want to know a little bit about, okay, so you said you grew up super, super religious.
Yeah.
So what was being super religious, and also you said promiscuous at the same time?
Sure.
Did that coincide, and did that happen because of the other, or?
No, my parents were just very, the thing with, I guess, parenting is, like, you don't realize, like, you see values and beliefs and, religion and structure, but, like, when it's too confined, like, you're going, like, when your child is 18, they're bolting, and they're going to do everything that you told them that they couldn't do. And that's essentially, like, what I've done, like, for sure. Anything that was, unorthodox or taboo, I was interested in it. Being the queeniest homosexual, sure, because being gay wasn't enough. Like, I just took everything to the next level because I never had the chance to, like, I guess, evolve in a nurturing setting. It was just restraint and, like, confinement.
Did they know?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do. I mean, come on. Can you? Yes, they do. I've got baby pictures. Like, I've got pictures, like, from, like, growing up. It's like, she's a queen. But my sister said that she knew when I was about 8 or 9 that I wasn't interested in girls. Like, I wasn't interested in, like, I wasn't developing into just, like, the soccers, the footballs, the jock. It was just very artsy, very, things like aesthetic. Like, I remember one time, like, she said that I would organize, like her closet. Like, it just I never cared for sports. I think I did what every gay does, and I think I dabbled in sports for a year to get my dad off my back, and then I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I got that done quick, like 5.
Yeah.
I think, like, what's a little league?
I played lacrosse
1
year in high school, and I was like, this is it. Like, I'm done.
You did your,
Yeah.
That's like your prerequisite.
Yeah.
What was high school like? Were you out in high school?
High school was great. I don't think I was ever in. Like, I mean, I have always been comfortable and fully aware. Like, I wish I had a story where it was like, I guess I'm gay. Like, I never had that moment. Like,
That's awesome.
I always knew that I was
good.
into fellas.
What about the guys? Like growing up with?
Oh, I grew up in Baltimore. Before my parents got divorced, I was in Baltimore. So, like, I never really faced too much adversity or bashing or just, like, never really got into that. Like, that's not really part of my story.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about, like, straight guys that probably knew you were gay that were...
There's some of that in school. Like, you always get the questions, like, or the phrases, like, oh, you talk white. Like, it's like, okay, so, like, I talk gay, got it. There's always moments like that. Like, when I was on the sports team, there was a lot of instances where, like, team members were just like, oh, like, it's like more, I guess, more aggressive, like, jokingly than, like, with other straight players. Like, oh, you like that? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But it was never, like, bad.
Never sexual?
Yeah. No, not until later. Later. My first sexual experience was with my teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
My mom told me to never bring home anything lower than a C. And and I mean, things had to get done.
You did it, okay.
But no, he was definitely gay. Like, I don't know. Like, I also feel like I don't know. Like, I should have said trigger warning, but like, I will say, it was senior year, so I was like 17. But I will say, it wasn't like a sexual abuse thing. Like, I was definitely like, you have people who are more like evolved and they're aware of like their sexuality. Mm-hmm. That was me. Like, I was definitely in control. It was definitely consensual. It wasn't, I mean, sure, like, say what you will, but like, it was very consensual. Like, I knew what I was doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom found out. He
wasn't
later.
like a predator or anything.
Yeah, like, it wasn't anything like that. Like, okay. I would definitely, like, yeah. Like, I would wear, like, I would free ball to school. Like, I was a mess.
So you were asking for it, is basically what you're saying.
I was asking for it.
So your parents, they found out, you said? Or did your mom?
My moms know. Like, moms know. It was never talked about. She was very religious. It was very much just like, you know, whatever. Like, we don't have to ever discuss it. My dad found out in a weird way. I had snuck home from school one day because we lived very close. And I was like, school, who needs it? And I left one day, and I was at home. I'm going to age myself. But I was Googling porn, but it was like JPEGs. Fuck off. And I hit print, and my dad works as a Census Bureau in D.C. So it's a very close trip home. Sometimes he comes home on lunch, and this was one of those days. So I hear the door unlocked, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, so I turn off the monitor. Right. You know where this is going. So I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I turn off the monitor, whatever. So I go to my room. It's like, he's not going to think I'm here. It's fine. He boots up the computer, and the first thing that happens is, you guessed it, the images start printing out. So not only does he know that I'm a truant, I'm a gay truant. So this like comes in my door. He comes in my room. He's like, are these yours? And I was just like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was for a reason. He's like, just don't tell your mom yet. Like, I was like, all right.
Oh my God, that's pretty cool.
My dad, like, always, like, my dad to this day, like, one of my biggest supporters. Like, we definitely reconciled a lot. I used to think that my dad, because he's military, I used to think that he was just like anti-gay, but we had a talk when I went home a few years ago, and he told me he was very scared at like being black and being gay, at what the world would like do to me. And I guess that was his concern. He was more afraid for me, but it was never from like an anti-gay place. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but he knew. Like, the parents know. Yeah, parents definitely know.
Yeah, they do.
I wish I was like Gen Z sometimes. Like, they have it so easy. It's just like, but they're also very just like.
Yeah, you got to take the good, and then you take everything else that comes with it.
That's also true.
I'm actually. I like the fact that I knew the world before the internet, and then the world
very true. Like
with the internet.
I feel like we definitely got experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would
and
hate
outside
to go
and
to
just
school now.
knowing that what we have is, we're very fortunate to have what we have because we didn't have it before.
Very true.
And these kids nowadays don't even take that into consideration. Did when you did, can we talk about the abuse?
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like you are in a good place with it.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
It was my first year in LA. I went out for drinks, as one does, with friends. And long story short, I was roofied. And I woke up to, I guess, pain in my back. And the guy had given me too much GHB because I guess sexual abusers don't know how to dose people. So it was too much, but he didn't want to like fuck a corpse. Like, so I kept passing out, and to like keep me coherent enough, like he was like punching me in my back.
Jesus.
This guy like drove me home the next morning. Like I was so out of it. Like I woke when I the next morning I was like, oh, like what the fuck? And I was like, so I'm just gonna go home. And he's like, oh, I'll take you home. And I was like, okay. Like,
did you want to punch me in the back?
Yeah,
again?
like did you want to finish me off? But it was
Jeez.
insane. Like it was but I mean, in that moment I realized like, I mean, it's very dark to say, but in that moment I just like decided to just like, I don't know, like use sex as like take the power back in being, you know, objectified, or you know what I mean? Like sex is very dog eat dog. Sexuality is very dog eat dog. It's very primal. It's very like my needs are more important than your needs. I mean, most times not in the sense of abuse, but people want to get off how they want to get off. People are very, you know, perverse, and like they have their, and I just learned to just use that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always going to be to somebody, you know, BBC or a fetish, or it's like, and why not get a check? Why not monopolize and build a brand on that?
So you utilize that experience, or it helped you utilize the experience.
For sure.
How do you feel? You bring up BBC, and that came up with my last interview. Your feelings on that is use it to your advantage, but deeper than that.
When I say BBC, like I mean, I mean like use being someone's fetish to your advantage.
Okay,
that's it. That's like you like I'm always going to be that to someone. Like you know what I mean. Use it. Whether you're a twink or, you know, like whatever your bracket or niche or market you're hitting, use it. Like, go balls to the wall with it. Make a brand off of it.
But did it take you a while to get there, or was it there?
Fortunately, no. I have always had the mentality of like, I want notoriety, and I feel like in a healthy way that kind of allows me to like, the lines are no longer black and white. It's there's a lot of gray areas now, and it's like where it's like I don't see it as selling out. I see it as using what I already have and what's already out there in society to the best of my advantage, and that's what I'm doing.
When did you start doing porn?
Oof, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
a year and a half ago.
You actually. I went to Las Vegas with Champ.
Yes,
remember?
You were one of my first.
Yeah,
I was so
I
nervous.
was there, and I don't know if he shot your scenes. I think.
Yes, but you were there.
I was there, and you introduced me to. I can't remember,
Lakea 47.
Lakea 47. Who's like gave a shout out to Jersey City in that song. Yeah, because I think I had put on Lizzo, and you were like, eh.
Yes.
At the time with Lizzo.
Yes.
How are you with Lizzo now? Because that was way before she blew up. Remember that?
Ironically, I just posted her Grammy dress on my Twitter in a shady post.
Yeah.
Me and Lizzo are not great.
No.
We're not great.
It's been better.
It's love-hate. I love her. I love her music. I appreciate her music now, but just like, ooh, some choices that she makes are just like, okay, that was a choice.
Well, the song in particular that we were talking about was, at that time, Phone. Remember Where the Hell My Phone? Which wasn't even released on a single or anything.
On a platform.
Yeah. But it was an awesome video.
Yes.
And I remember watching it, and we were watching it together, and you're like, I don't know, because of the dance hall voguing and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. That's right. And then you were like, no, watch this girl.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh wow, okay.
I feel like there's sampling culture and being a culture vulture, and there's like fully putting yourself into the experience and putting like fully like I feel like Hair 47 definitely like gets Vogue, she gets fashion, she gets that lifestyle, and you see in her videos and her work, she lives it. I just felt like Lizzo was just like, well, you know what's trending right now? Doesn't Pose just drop a new season? Let's get on that train. And I just kind of felt that I don't know, like same with like branding and being a content creator. A company like your fans aren't gonna know what you're bringing, what your brand is, if you don't know. I feel like back then Lizzo was definitely still, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just there. Here and there all over the place until eventually what became an album.
Yeah.
Is an album. That was great though. I remember listening to that.
Do you remember my scene partner for that shoot?
Hold on. You had...
I had 2.
Yes, that's why. You did 2 scenes. You did Drew Dixon.
Yes.
And the other scene partner...
Did I have 2? I don't remember the first one.
It's all right. It happens.
It's me. I don't.
It happens. It's
I've done a lot of porn since then.
So yeah, tell me how it's been going. Like how's
good? Like I really like the trajectory. Like there's been some moments where like I had to learn, and some moments where I had to grow up with like the balance of like work, industry life, and like about maintaining and keeping relationships and friendships. Like that's all very new to me. Usually it's like I'm just like burn it to the ground, like you know what I mean, just get to the top. But like or the middle. You know, go in the middle.
Well, yeah. How is your sex life outside of work life?
You have a sex life outside of work?
Well, see, that's the thing.
I'm kidding. It's all right. I prefer to sleep to bed other models. That way, I'm very big on testing. Like I'm in a profession where it's like I have to clear and I have to pass certain tests and requirements and things to work, which is my paycheck. So like when it comes to recreational sex, I tend to just not. I use a joke on and say that I'd make merch. So they don't have pedestrian sex. So I really don't.
Such
like,
a great
right?
word.
I don't have pedestrian sex. I wish that I could, like, I really wish that I could just be, you know, free as I want to be, you know, but I don't know, like, it's work. I also prefer, like, encounters where it's more meaningful. You know what I mean? I have enough, like, regular, random hookups with work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But relationship-wise, like, if you get in a relationship and you're still doing porn, what's that like?
From my experience, if you're going to date somebody in the industry, make sure you guys are on the same trajectory because... bitches be bitter, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't know. Like, I prefer to date industry just because, like, to a certain extent, there is a level of understanding. Of course, in a relationship, you're going to have to work through kinks and you know, fine-tune things, and that's a given. But as long as we're on the same page, like, this is work and work is work, cool. I don't know. Like, I've dated both. I just think it works better with sex workers. It takes a lot of the insecurity out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because...
not all of it.
Well,
but
no, I know what you mean. Well, jealousy is always a big one.
Yeah.
But the idea of, hey, I'm going to be having sex for work, and then we're going to come back and we'll have... it's a physical as opposed to an emotional.
Definitely.
But I've absolutely seen porn stars get very emotional on set with each other, and then eventually, you know... they go off. I don't know what's going on, but I've had porn stars. I fucking love you. Look deep into each other's eyes and shit. Like the first time they met, and you're like,
nice.
Yeah, you get it, but
yeah,
fuck. If that partner saw that, forget about it.
That's true.
Yeah. What's you're not technically bi-coastal, but you live in Vegas and you also live in LA.
No, I moved to Vegas from LA, but I still have, I guess, shared residency in LA.
Okay. So you're there how much of the time?
Almost every other weekend.
Okay.
I'm in LA.
Nice.
But I'm thinking about moving to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, you had mentioned this. What's bringing you to Fort Lauderdale?
Just a different scenery. I love Vegas. I love LA. It's great for work. I don't know, like, I like having a workspace and having like this is home.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you mean. All right. So you want somewhere to travel to for work.
Yeah.
Like a commute, let's say. Okay.
There's a long commute.
Yeah, like, I know, but there's also studios in Florida.
Very true. That's also very true. But I'm actually going April 8th down to Fort Lauderdale to look at apartments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What part?
Fort Wilton.
What? Wilton. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Of course. Wilton Manors.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a beautiful area. My thing with God damn it, Florida comes up so much on this podcast.
Has it?
Because models always talk about all the places that they've been or the places that they love, and for good and bad reasons. Yeah. But
there is one shoot that I was on that in Florida that was just like very horrible. It was one of the worst shoots that one of the worst productions that I've been a part of, which sucked because I really, 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 really wanted to film with this person and like be a part of like their image and their brand, and it was just horrible. But that's another story for another day.
I was gonna say, dare I ask who it was?
Not gonna get canceled on this one. If I'm gonna get canceled, it's gonna be my own show.
Yeah. Yeah. No. My thing with Wilton and my thing with Florida is I get bored within like 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Because I'm usually there for a week. It's nice, but it's very spread out, and there's not really a culture scene when it comes to outside of gay culture.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know, show me art, show me all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. I mean, you can go to Miami.
That's how I feel
you
about
can go,
Palm Springs. At least in like Fort Lauderdale, you have Miami, you have like Atlanta. There's stuff around you.
Yes.
But like, I feel like I used to joke that Palm Springs is the end all be all for gays. It's like that's where
absolutely. You know what? You're right. I forgot. Palm Springs is up there.
That's like
I had a great experience in Palm Springs, so that's probably why I'm kind of biased towards it. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there. That's where you go. You either retire there.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it.
You get your little mobile home or flat or whatever you get down there, and you live out the rest of your.
Tell me how you met Wade Wolfgart.
I met Wade Wolfgart. Should we FaceTime Wade? No. I met Wade Wolfgart at the Just for Fans anniversary party. And about a year and a half ago, 2 years.
In Vegas?
Yes,
okay.
When it was in Vegas.
AEBN. Oh wait, no,
the JFF party.
While the AEBN.
the same. I think the same weekend.
The Gay VN Awards. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. I remember seeing video.
Yeah. So we met then, and then we talked about like. I think it wasn't very immediate. Like, I mean, like, we talk every day now. It wasn't ever, like, at first it was like, okay, do you have my content? Like, let's share content. Boom. And then for a while, it's like very here and there. And then we're like, do you want to do a show? I was like, sure. And then we just started chopping it up. Like, he's definitely dope as fuck. Like, I really enjoy our conversations for sure.
What, I know that you guys go on nightly.
Nothing is nightly.
Okay.
It's after dark. But we don't specify night because we're both extremely hot messes and busy, and we can't commit to every night.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I've got commitment issues.
Because there are times where I'll go on and I'm like, oh, they're doing it again. Oh my god. Yeah, that's
no.
It's a lot. But you guys, your topics range from a lot of like mental health mental like stuff going on. What's been your favorite show where you guys were just like
favorite for good reason? Anytime we talk about HIV and awareness and anything like that. I also enjoy when we check in with people and see how they're doing during the pandemic. For like good topics, for like messy topics, I really enjoy talking about the award shows and things like that. We also did an episode where we broke down each other's fan content pages.
Oh,
and
okay. Like constructive criticism. Yeah, that's nice.
Which is really dope.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Do you guys? You've worked together before?
We've filmed together, but not studio.
Okay. All right. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get him.
I have. When I first got to Treasure Island, I went through my contacts and I told Max basically where I could go to find models. Because at this point with studios, what they're doing is sending a producer somewhere as opposed to bringing an entire cast. That's basically how it's working.
Got it. Okay.
So Montreal and Canada, not too much of a bad trip. Is he in Montreal or is he in Toronto?
Wade is in Calgary.
Oh, god damn. That's gonna be rough. You have to like find a whole. I think that's what happened was, It was basically hit me up and
Yeah.
let's see if we can work together or something like that. But I mean, you're going to be in a hub. You're going to be in either, if you're not in Vegas or LA, you're going to be in Florida.
Yeah, this next few months is very insane. So I've got obviously this trip. I've got a Phoenix trip coming up. From here, I go back to Vegas for a week. Then I drop down to LA for a few days. And then I'm going to Florida and then back to Vegas to San Diego. And then I'm going back to Florida. So it's like very back and forth right now.
Okay, want to do a lightning round?
Yeah, let's do a lightning round.
Best bottom?
Oh, shit. You are from... Fuck off.
Oh.
Fuck, I wasn't into that. And this is me getting canceled. Fuck, okay, best bottom. That I film with?
Yeah.
Or that I film with? Or in general?
Why don't we leave it open? That
Perfect.
way, yeah.
Perfect.
Best bottom.
Adam Killian.
Okay. Top?
The best. Raphael Alencar.
Wow, okay.
He's here.
He's in New York.
Yes.
Have you worked with him?
Will not respond.
Recently?
Will not respond to my DMs.
Really? Okay. All right. Well. Messiest bottom. Wait, you know what? That might get a little too in the weeds. Maybe, you know what? What was your messiest experience? No names if you don't want to.
I had a bottom who came to set pre-loaded. I'm talking gangbang all night loaded. It was very bad. I'm going to leave it at that.
Was that a studio experience? Or
It was a studio
that?
experience.
Okay. All right. Favorite place to live?
I miss Baltimore.
Yeah?
I miss Baltimore.
You can probably get some action in Baltimore.
I'm not moving back to Baltimore.
Well, I mean, even just take a trip down there.
Yeah.
I think Champ had mentioned he wants to go to Baltimore.
You should do it.
Yeah.
You should go to Baltimore.
Baltimore and I can't remember what other state.
The whole DMV.
Yeah.
Right?
Person that turns you on the most?
Type of person or actual person?
Person in porn. Like that you're like, oh, fuck. Like, or do you have any of those that are, you don't have to touch yourself, you just get hard?
Oh, fun fact. Okay, so we can just combine them. So when I first got started at porn, I used to tell a joke that like once I filmed with Dolph Dietrich, I would quit porn because that was like, for me, that was like the peak. That was done. Like he was like, like that was it. That's goals. Can I say it?
Yeah.
So fun fact, I get to work with him tomorrow.
Yeah.
So come this time next week, I will no longer be doing porn. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say.
No, but so like for me, that was like that was like hot, like tall, just like
Okay, so you like, okay, so your type is tall.
I love all body types and all heights. But yes, like I'm partial to taller for sure.
Doesn't that it kind of sucks that you have to like preface everything with that.
It does.
It's your preference.
Yeah, it's what I have to. I want to. Like,
you're a tall guy too. You're 6'1", right? Okay, so
yeah, I'm 6'1".
So 6'4". He's 6'4". So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to.
I'm usually like, I'll bring a step stool. It's gonna be I'm excited for that.
Shortest person you worked with?
I worked with Robbie Mendes 2 months ago.
Okay, how was that?
It was great.
Pick him up and.
I did not. I'm very lazy. But no, it was really good. Like he's a sweetheart. Complete. We talked before and after shooting, so we got to like vibe a little bit. He's absolutely like, so professional. He helped me with my lines because I hate dialogue. But it was great. Like really great.
What studio would you like to work with that you haven't?
That I haven't.
And what would you like to do?
I feel like I've.
Actually, I'll split that one up.
Okay.
So what studio would you want to work with? And then...
Tim Tales.
Okay. He's in Europe, right?
Yeah.
I think. So Tim Tales, and what would you get into?
Everything.
Everything.
It's Europe.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Everything.
Kinks.
Kinks?
What's your the kink du jour?
I have a lot of different kinks. I will put it into like go-tos. So if I'm on a studio shoot and like I'm having trouble, like my my red parachutes are armpits, for sure, or getting choked. That's it. Like
okay.
And I will say, once I realized that, and like I got comfortable with having kinks, and like once you're comfortable with that stuff, you have no problem telling your partner like what you need to get there. And that's my saving grace for like filming studio. It's like being able to tell my partner like, hey, I need this, like let's knock this out, blah, 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 blah. And then it's just like,
damn, did he know?
No, I grabbed his hand and was like,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I was like, wait, did it? Because I looked over at one point and I was like, oh shit, okay, this is happening. All right. Okay. Well, I guess fetishes works under that. But is there anything that you have not tried that you're like, I'd be down?
My goal this year is to be in a vac bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For any reason in particular, or just because, like, are you into?
I just think they're hot. Yeah.
Okay, so you're
I'm
into it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
For sure.
What exactly? So describe the situation for me, or the scenario
I don't
that
know, like
you would want.
I don't know. Like it's very. I'm very weird. Like it has to be everything for me. It's organic. Like it's like, I know there's a vac bed in this thing, but it's like I don't like. I like the helplessness of it because I am such a strong personality, and I am very like, I get usually like what I want, not in a narcissistic way, but that's in a sense of like I go out and like I work and I get what I want. You know what I mean?
You hustle.
But
in the best way.
Yeah. So it's something about reversing that, and it's being helpless that I really enjoy. So
do you like to be tied up too?
Love being tied up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually being tied up this weekend. I'm excited.
You're all tied up this weekend?
Yeah, I'm all tied up this weekend.
Okay. Golden showers, pee.
Urine is sterile, so I mean, like, I'm not opposed to it. You know, normalize water sports.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of people that either prefer to pee or get peed on. Which would you be?
Either.
A little bit both? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit both. As long as it's no scat, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, so then
hard limits.
There's our limits.
And scat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Those are my limits too. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I have
a lot of clients who will hit me up and like walk the line. Like, what do you feel about, like, can I call you boy? Can I go? And it starts to like teeter the line and get like it's a little racy, and I'm like, I'm out.
Okay. Yeah. That is, I've yet to experience models do anything like that.
Yeah.
I would see that being more of a clientele kind of thing.
For sure.
Or custom video, because I know people make custom videos about that stuff. When people want to find you, where do they go? You're on
my house. No, I'm just kidding. Don't come to my house.
Which one? Vegas, California?
Don't come to my house.
Florida. Yeah, you don't want. Don't be sending people invitations.
Twitter is the most. If you don't like have direct contact to me, obviously Twitter is the best way to reach out to me. I have stopped accepting messages on Facebook Messenger. It got very aggressive at one point. Stop calling people on Facebook Messenger. It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's like you like them in one post and they're calling you constantly, and then you have the ones that call right back. Like I didn't answer the first time, but mostly Twitter for sure. OnlyFans. I respond to all messages on OnlyFans for sure.
What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is @AugustAlex with 3 X's because somebody stole Alexander. And that's fine. I'm not mad about it. Whatever.
Are you having fun in New York?
I'm loving New York. I'm loving the city. We went to Levain. Shout out to Levain Bakery.
Oh, wait, isn't that right over here?
Yeah, we went there last night. It was so good. $4 for a chocolate chip cookie. But they were great.
They were
honestly,
good.
But they were fire. I want to go back tonight. They were really good. That was hype for that. They were so good. I want to do the ferry.
Yeah.
That's one thing about me. Like when I travel, I try and see it. I also work hard, but I also want to see the city. I'm not in New York all the time, obviously. So like I want to both be a tourist and also work. You know what I mean? I think that's also important. It's like you can't be all work. You have to be able to see and take in, you know, where you're at. And
give yourself like 3 or 4 days. How long are you here?
I'm here till the 22nd.
Okay, so you've got a good. When you got here on the 13th or the 12th? The 12th.
The 12th was a traveling day. I got here like 10 o'clock at night. And fun fact, jet lag is a thing, and for me, it doesn't put me to sleep, but like it's the opposite. Like for me, because I'm on the West Coast, I was up until 5 a.m. my first night here.
Yeah.
And it
oh my god!
But it didn't feel any. It didn't feel like I was. It was like 5 a.m.
And then daylight savings happened to your.
It's the witchcraft.
You must have been a mess.
Yeah, I was a mess, but let's power through it. I wanted to go to the Cock because I know a lot of people who dance there, but it's obviously closed with the pandemic.
Oh my God, that's like the first place that should have closed during the pandemic.
Shut up.
Like you're like on top of people. People are on top of you. Okay. You're getting touched.
That's the first place that should have
closed. Well, there used to be signs, and I'm sure they're still there, but there are signs that say, "Listen, put your wallet somewhere else because it's going to get picked."
Really?
Yeah, walking in, that was like the first thing that would greet you.
Wow, that's crazy.
There was a couple. It's an awesome, dark, and seedy place, basically. Okay. So that's the only reason why I say that, because it gets, they always say you're not supposed to have sex at bars and shit like that.
Right.
But people had sex at bars.
Nice.
There.
Okay, so love that.
It's like old school New York, but it sucks. Yeah, I don't know if they're open, and if they are, it's probably cocktails and French fries and
cocktails and tacos. Yeah. French fries sounds amazing.
Yeah. So, guys, August Alexander.
Hi.
You know where to find him.
You know where to find me.
Twitter.
Not my house.
I know. Don't go to his house. Twitter, OnlyFans. Don't send him messages on Facebook.
Please don't.
Just for Fans, you're on too, right?
I am. I'm on Just for Fans, OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, those are my platforms.
Okay. Well, there you have it. And you know us. We are Demystifying Gay Porn. We are on every podcast directory. We are on. Oh wait, that's right. Catch on Instagram too. You guys do your show.
Oh yeah, on Instagram. If you want to follow myself and Wade Wolfgart, copy my link from this podcast when it airs. Because I don't remember my new Instagram account because censorship sucks and I got my account deleted. But me and Wade Wolfgart, my old one.
Okay.
But me and Wade Wolfgart go live every other or weekly. We'll say weekly. And we talk about a different array of topics. So if you guys want to check us out, feel free to follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, it's live and just they're feeding it. They're putting it out there, okay?
It's very candid. It's very raw for sure.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So August Alexander, Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is IK Grande, and if you've watched gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. Cheers.